Beat the Clock Westminster 2024. This is my first competition of 2024, and what a way to start. You see, this was my second competition I ever organized, and it was amazing. I even got to be a commentator.
He seems he's having a rough time.
Oh.
We'll all be good.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
47.37.
He went from getting Nard to getting 47 on Swan.
So as you could hear, that was me and some of my friends who were commentating the competition along with me, and that gets me into some shoutouts I want to give for this competition, which went amazingly, and I want to give a huge thanks to these people: Luis Garcia, Keon Wilson, Mango, Sebastian Rett, MJ Thomas, Nathan Smith, and obviously a huge thank you to Raymond Goslow, who helped me organize this competition, and I could not have done this without you, so thank you so much for your continued help with competitions. Now, recently, a lot of people have been asking me, how do I organize my own competition? And I wanted to answer that question in this video. So here's exactly how I organize each of my 2 competitions, and hopefully a 3rd one next year. But first, here are the solves from the competition.
You guys know what time it is?
It's clock time.
Clock time.
Yeah. So there were the solves. I think this competition went really well for me, and now it's time for a yap session. There's 5 steps to organizing a competition. First, we start off with the idea. This is the part that most people already started, but what most people don't do is organize their idea into a rough draft of the comp. For example, when, where, what events, how many people, the name, and even how many rounds you want for each event. Now, even if the schedule doesn't actually work, your delegate will help you sort out these issues later on, which gets me into step 2. Contact. This is the step where you have to talk to the owner of the venue and your local delegate in your area. Now, I would recommend talking to your delegate first, as they give you some rough dates, and they also give you a lot of information about the comp itself. And it makes it easier to talk to the owner, as the delegate seems more professional than you. No offense, but it's true. After you speak with your local delegate, you should go and talk to the owner of the venue yourself. If it's at your school, and they don't know much about competitions, maybe just give them a rough outline of how a competition works. You should also share with the delegate your rough draft idea, as this will help them advocate your idea to the owner. Once you've given the owner the initial information about your delegate, just wait for them to start talking to each other. They might email you questions about the competition itself, about how you want to run it, how you want to organize it, and all that, but this is mostly step 3, waiting. This is probably the easiest step out of all of them, as you have to wait for information to come out. The delegate and the owner are going to be communicating a lot about like financials. They're going to be talking about the competition itself, venue, staffing, costs, all that, and you don't have to worry about that because you don't know that much about that. All you have to do is come up with the idea and just let them do the work. Once it gets closer to the competition day itself, step 4, final touches, gets into play. Your delegate might ask you to fill out some forms or confirm the financials or something like that. And maybe sometimes they'll ask you to start printing scorecards and maybe design a certificate. If you're not like me and don't have Photoshop, I recommend using this free website called canva.com to create a professional looking certificate. Here are a few examples, some that were made by me and some that were made from other people. Now, if you don't feel comfortable about this, you can talk to your delegate and they can work something out. Now, moving on to the final step. Step 5. Comp day. Now, unless you're live streaming and commentating like I was, you should help out with staffing the competition. For example, running, judging, scrambling, and more. If you've never staffed before, I recommend you do before you do your first competition, as this will ensure you know how staffing protocol works and all that, and so you can more comfortably go into your competition knowing all these skills. Now, that's about it. I hope you enjoy this competition that you organized after months and months. Trust me, this is a very long process, but it's the most worth thing you've probably ever done in cubing. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe. If you have any questions, I have my Discord in the description if you want to send me a DM about anything you have a question about. Comment on this video any tips that you have if you've organized a competition before. Yeah, thank you for watching. Peace.